All right, hello everyone. Gary Ryan here with a Fed League Flash. It's Friday. I'm pre-recording this on Thursday, so there's a little chunk of missing information, and you'll figure it out as I go through it. But anyway, this is for Friday, and we are looking forward to this weekend's games. There's again, as I'm recording this, there is a game just getting underway in Baton Rouge, second of three between the River Dragons and the Zydeco. Zydeco feeling pretty good after their first win. And all right, we'll see. We'll see what we end up with at the end of the weekend. But nonetheless, we are going to start. I'm just going to go according to chronologically start time on Friday. All right, so the first matchup on Friday evening is going to be a doozy, I think. I think it's going to be a couple of good candidate for game of the day or game of the night, whatever. Uh, although all these matchups are great. Okay, we have the Carolina Thunderbirds. Um, they are tied for first in the Continental as I am doing this. The Binghamton Black Bears hosting, and yeah, the Binghamton's got some kind of a bad taste in their mouth because last year, 5 games between these two teams, and Carolina took them all. Now, the 3 games that were played in Binghamton were all very close, all three a 4-3 final. Um, and then Carolina just absolutely took it to Binghamton down in the annex. But as far as tonight, yeah, brand new ball game, new season. But you got a lot of the old players. You got Gus Ford once again leading the Thunderbirds, 4 goals and an assist, 5 points. That's in 4 games. Um, and also Peter Panachik, he's got 5 assists. Um, Meanwhile, for Binghamton, Brendan Stanko, he is third in the league in scoring right now, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points altogether. And his line mate, Connor Smith, uh, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. And those two were teammates in college, too. So they're well acquainted with each other. So this is the first of 4 meetings between the two teams. They will also play 7 o'clock on Saturday. I will be there. Um, yep. Finally get to a game. And so anyway, in goal, got Mario Cavalier. Um, just the one season under his belt, plus this year so far, but he's already proven that he is one of the top goaltenders in the Fed. He comes in with 1.67 goals against and a 928 save percentage. Um, Probable starter for the Binghamton Black Bears will be Nolan Egbert. Um, Sam Levici is out with an injury on the 15-day DL, nothing major. But Egbert has a record of 2-0-1, 331 goals against, and an 886 save percentage. As you look at the teams, Carolina has won 2 in a row, Binghamton 3. As far as goals scored, Carolina is averaging 3.3 goals per game, Binghamton 4.7. On the power play, Carolina is 23.1%, Binghamton 20.9%. And as you can see, Carolina is perfect on the kill so far. Binghamton is 86.7%. So as we look at the series, it's going to be a good one. I think the team's split this weekend. I won't even say who wins Friday, who wins Saturday. I think that it's going to end up being pretty evenly matched. I'm not looking at a goal differential of more than, say, 2 goals. I think Yeah, a worst that you'd see is a 4-2 win for somebody. I think it's going to be within a goal though. All right, next game, Mississippi travels to Withville, Virginia again, just like they did their opening weekend. Take on the Bobcats, new members of the Continental Division. Mississippi is currently third in the division, while Blue Ridge at the moment is sixth, but that can change. All right. So the two teams played October 20th and 21st. First game was a 5-3 victory for the Seawolves. And the Saturday matchup was a 4-3 overtime winner on a penalty shot by Jackson Bond. So, yeah, good games though. Yeah, they weren't blowouts, despite Mississippi having such an amazing offense. Speaking of them, Yanni Lariakos has 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. He is second in scoring in the league right now. And you also have to worry about Hugo Boss. Hugo Koch, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. In goal, Joe Shepard has a 3.1. He has a 3-1 record. Excuse me, a 477 goals against, 885 save percentage. For Blue Ridge, Hunter Hall, he's red hot. 5 goals, 1 assist for 6 points. Jacob Wolf held off the board this last weekend, so he's going to be looking to get back into the scoring again. 3 goals, 3 assists for him. Christian Pavlas in goal, 1-3-1, a 421 goals against, and 888 save percentage. Mississippi, 5.2 goals per game. Blue Ridge still trying to figure out things offensively, 2.5 goals per game. But again, they're competitive every game. Mississippi has won one. Blue Ridge has lost 3 in a row. The power plays 17.6% for Mississippi, while Blue Ridge is still trying to figure things out. They're at 9.1%. On the kill, Mississippi is 78.3%, and Blue Ridge is 81.8%. Because Mississippi plays such a wide open game, this could be a game that's either like 5-3, or it could be 7-4 or something like that. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of game is played. Again, these two teams play each other twice this weekend. There is also a 7 o'clock start on Saturday. Again, I think the teams come out with a split. Mississippi, while they have such a great offense, wildly unpredictable, and it's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. So I think Blue Ridge figures out a way of taking advantage of that and coming away with a win on the weekend. All right, next, Battle of Michigan. It's back, and it's an interdivisional game. Head scratcher. Port Huron. I'm not going to go into all that. It's been discussed ad nauseum over the last 24 hours. Port Huron, for Friday's game, travels to Fraser, Michigan to take on the Motor City Rockers. That's a 7:35 start. Port Huron comes in with a record of 2-1-1, which is fourth in the Continental. Motor City, the newly replaced team, is 4-0-2, 13 points, second in the Empire behind the Binghamton Black Bears. These teams will switch venues for Saturday, go to Port Huron for the Saturday rematch at 7:05. Previously, on October 20th, Motor City grabbed a 3-2 overtime win, and then on the 21st, a regulation 3-2 win. Matt Graham leads the way for the Port Huron Prowlers. He's got a goal and 6 assists, 7 points. Brandon Picard, new signee for this year, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. For Motor City, Pavel Svintsov has been a wonderful find for the Rockers. 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. And Scott Koash, his usual steady self, 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. In goal, Ian Wallace is 1-1-1, a 4 goals against and 892 save percentage, while Trevor Babin mans net for the Rockers. He's 3-0-2, a 251 goals against and a 911 save percentage. Looking at the teams, streaks, Port Huron's 1-2 in a row. Motor City's coming off of a win. Port Huron averaging 4 goals a game, while Motor City is averaging 3.3. The power play. There you go. 31.3%. No, that's not a typo. That's their power play percentage. Kill not quite as good, 70.6%. Meanwhile, Motor City is 20.8 on the power play and 80.8 on the kill. Again, I'm predicting a split. I think both teams take their respective home matchups. So I'll say Motor City wins Friday, Port Huron Saturday. Of course, we've discussed already on Spotify the matchup between the Columbus River Dragons and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. Again, as I'm doing this, they've just started play. Of course, Zydeco taking their first win on Wednesday night, 5-4. I think Columbus comes away with the game that's being currently played as I record this. Plus, I think they take Saturday, but I don't think it's going to be much of a goal disparity. I think they're both going to be very close games. And on a higher scoring side, too, Columbus doesn't seem to have their defensive legs under them yet. And of course, Baton Rouge is kind of flying by the seat of their pants a little bit, just kind of getting used to each other. There's been a lot of turnover with the roster already. So we'll see how it turns out. Final game of the weekend is a Saturday matinee. Not a matinee, but it's a Saturday night start, 6:07. If you're wondering why such a weird time, that's the area code for Elmira. So Danbury traveling to Elmira. Danbury 3-5-0 for third in the Empire with 8 points. Elmira fourth in the Empire with 7 points. Unfortunately, they haven't played that many games. They're 3-2. Johnny Ruiz, the big scorer for the Danbury Hat Tricks. What a surprise. 2 goals, 7 assists for 9 points. And nicely complimented by Nick DeNicola, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points. Martin Mauka leads the Elmira River Sharks, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. And also Kona Jackson on the blue line has put together 2-2 for 4 points. In goal, this is the key here. Both goaltenders spectacular. The strength and the backbone of each other's team. Connor McCollum for the Hat Tricks, 2-2 record. Not his fault though. He's got a 236 goals against and a 940 save percentage. Meanwhile, Wizard of Kaz, Spencer Kozlowski, 3-2. A 3.16 goals against. That's only as high as it is because of the opening night game against Binghamton that was a bit of a blowout. 917 save percentage, so fantastic numbers. Danbury comes in having lost 2 in a row. Elmira lost their last contest. Scoring is a problem. Danbury only averaging 3 goals a game. Elmira 2.8. The strength of both teams is more defensive and goaltending rather than offensive. So I am looking at an Elmira. I'm saying Elmira pulls it out 3-2. May go to overtime. It's gonna be a tough game. Not a lot of offense, but a lot of defense, a lot of goaltending, and a lot of good play. So there we go. There is our preview, Friday night preview for this weekend. Hope you guys can get to one of the games. If you can't, they're all on YouTube, just like I am. All right, so make sure to hit like and subscribe. We will see you Saturday morning with some recaps. Have a great night, everyone. I'm Gary Ryan for the Fed League flag.